Hello and welcome to Are You Ready To? Are you ready to check out this Vintage Items Thrift Haul with me today? Let's just jump right into this haul. I found a ton of unused photo albums at a pay-per-pound thrift shop. I threw a lot of them in my cart. I had to leave some behind. But look at this one right here. Leather grain, has vintage written all over it in its original packaging. Love, love, love it. I also found this Walt Disney World 25-year anniversary photo album. I figured somebody will want this. There's 50 pages in this photo album, so you can store 100 4x6 photos. I already put that on my Etsy shop. Okay, this album is amazing. It has a blue velvet cover. It's a spiral photo album with all black pages throughout the album. I can't wait to use this, even though people do buy them and it's worth a little bit of money. I'm probably going to use it myself. I have special plans for this little scrapbook / photo album that I found there. I am excited to use this. Again, in the original packaging. I love Hallmark products. I'm sure you've gathered that already by watching if you do watch any of my thrift hauls or flea market hauls, but this is a Hallmark keepsake album, never used. It's for weddings, and beyond actually, because it has spaces for anniversaries and special moments. I love it. I think it's absolutely beautiful. I put it up on my Etsy shop for sale. And here is another special vintage Hallmark storybook photo album that I found there at the pay-per-pound thrift shop. I love all the coloring throughout this photo album. It looks like classic vintage. Hallmark always does a good job by including little keepsake or mementos pockets in their keepsake albums. So I may be keeping this one for myself. I haven't decided yet. It's just adorable. Stories, love them, share them. These next couple items are Ask Me Why, and I couldn't tell you. I do not know why I threw these in the cart, especially this one. It's ginormous. It really is. I thought I would use it for homeschool. I have not used it once. Maybe I can utilize the cardstock in the center of it for the dividers for my junk journaling. And then this is a very aged and ratty looking collection of ocean shells, and they're labeled and everything. I know that people do sell them, people do buy them, may try and sell them. Not sure because the packaging is in pretty poor condition. I, of course, had to pick up some rulers. They probably cost next to nothing, judging by their weight. Had to pick those up for my junk journaling, as well as these awesome crafting scissors, which I used on my junk journal recipe book. Does anyone else remember these? These are so cool. The gel ink notebook. All the pages are black, they're lined, and they have the perforated edges that I can just tear off very easily. These would look so cool in a junk journal. I cannot wait to use this notebook. Next up, I picked up 2 boxes of resume paper. It was a great find. They're both a nice cream color, and I used those in my junk journal recipe book as well. Even if vintage and antique postcards are used, addressed with the canceled stamp on them, I love finding those. I did find these vintage unused postcards. They're so cool. They have scriptures on the front. I love the illustrations. The coloring is perfect. It would look really cool to put those in that Hallmark storybook photo album that I was thinking about keeping. Just putting them throughout that album. I think they're absolutely adorable. I also found in the pile of all the notebooks and papers a couple cute bookmarks. I just threw them in my cart, liked those as well, and some invitation postcards. I always loved getting birthday party invitations in the mail. It was the most exciting thing for me as a kid, and I say we all bring that back and stop with the email invitations and text invitations and all that. It's just so much more fun to open up your mailbox and see an invitation addressed to you. I never pass up curriculum when I see it. It always comes in handy for me for homeschooling. I even use curriculum to do crafting with. It just costs next to nothing at the Paper Pound thrift shop. So when I see it there, I throw it in my cart. I don't pass on it. I found these really cool laminated curriculum sheets. They are perfect to use whiteboard markers on. You just wipe the marker off and use it over and over again. Always comes in handy for homeschooling. Don't have to keep printing the same thing out over and over again, and I just reuse these sheets. They did not have a ton of books there, but I did find this Reader's Digest Complete Guide to Needlework. It's from 1979 with a personal note there in the cover. I always love finding those. I'm going to gift this out. I know exactly who I'm going to give this to. And look at this cute little bonus pattern that I found inside the Reader's Digest notebook. How cute is that? From 1974. This next find has to be my favorite find of the day. It was right inside the front door when I opened the door there at the Paper Pound thrift shop. It's a rag rope basket. Look at how beautiful this is. It is handcrafted. It is a one-of-a-kind find. Absolutely love this. I have this in my bedroom. If I have books or something that I'm reading, I put them in this basket and I carry them up and down the steps using that basket. This Sailor Moon vintage lunch pail, it's a tin vintage lunch pail, is a collectible, has some rusting around the clasp there and in a few other spots, some scuffs, scratches, dents, but I still put it on my Etsy shop to sell, and it's in, I would say, fair condition, so I have it priced at a fair price for that reason. How cool is this circular knitting needle? I have a family member that I'm going to be gifting this to. I just love vintage packaging. I don't know what it is about it. So cool. Regifting that one. Last time I was at the Paper Pound thrift shop, I passed up on some pretty valuable playing cards. So I was sure to really look through the playing cards when I was there this time. And I found this cool deck of cards, as well as some other great vintage decks of playing cards. The one on the left is Norman Rockwell playing cards. And on the right, I'm not sure who the illustrator is of that deck of cards, but that's also a vintage deck. So 2 really good finds there. And this is a vintage child's card game. It's really cute. It has different professions on each card, and it just looked like something creative and fun to play for homeschool. Of course, I found another hand-painted mug. It is in my cabinet with the rest of all of my beautiful vintage and antique mugs, and I have used this mug already. I really like the style of this cute little makeup bag, so I threw that in the cart as well. It looks like it was never used. It's in really good condition, and I will be using this little bag myself. This cute little recipe card box was definitely something that I wanted to bring home. I do not know if I'm going to gift this, but the top pops up so you can rest your recipe card and makes it easier while you're preparing your food. I think it's absolutely adorable. I can use the recipe cards and dividers for junk journaling, or like I said, I can gift that to somebody. I found so many great items at the Paper Pound thrift shop. I also came home with a chair. Love my chair. That's in my bedroom as well. I hope you enjoyed watching this Vintage Items Thrift Haul. I hope to see you next time on Are You Ready To? Thank you for watching.